Everybody, welcome back again. What we're going to be unboxing this time is a PPS 43 2-pack parts kit from Centerfire Systems. Sorry, the name just left me. What they had out there was a deal going for their torch cut PPS-H, I'm sorry, or maybe it's PPS. Anyway, I think it's PPS. 43 parts kits. And they were running a deal where you could get both the metal folding stock style as well as the fixed wood stock style, the 2-pack of the kits together for $99. I thought it was a pretty good deal considering I had bought a PPS 43 kit in the past, and unfortunately, nice thing is it was a saw cut kit, but they cut right through the trunnion, so the front trunnion, by the way, the part where your barrel goes in. So, the trunnion's unusable. So I got to thinking, well, I need another trunnion, but it's like, I want to say the cost was like maybe 30, 40 bucks for a trunnion. So I was like, well, I saw this deal out there on Centerfire Systems website, and I figured, well, I'll just get extra parts plus 2 trunnions. And obviously, I will stress this by all means, everyone, if you're going to go on such a venture as that, you need to definitely ensure that you adhere to all 922R compliance, whether you're building a rifle from a parts kit or whether you're looking at a pistol from a parts kit. So just to make you aware of that, and you do have to heavily modify these so that they are legal if you do intend to venture down that path. So I just want to show you guys what you can expect today from parts kits coming out of Centerfire Systems, in particular that 2-pack of those PPS 43s. So without further ado, we're going to dive right off in here. And oh, by the way, I do believe they had some of the PPS 43 mags for $20 a piece, or maybe it was $19.99 a piece, basically 20 bucks on their website. So I picked up a few of them while I was at it, just because. I really don't know why I did. I do some weird stuff like that sometimes. So let me get into this box here. We will get packing slip out of the way. Looks like this box is quite heavy. I'm not going to deny that. Let's set those mags aside. Packed it relatively well. Oh, I didn't tell you. I also got a mag pouch. Really nice mag pouch. Looks like it hasn't been used at all. Really cool. The wooden clasp and everything. Cool old school surplus. Let's set that aside real quick. And it looks like, oh, there's one of my other mags. Let's set that aside. So I got 4 of those mags, by the way. I really don't know what to expect with these. These on their website were torch cut. So as you can expect, they're going to be rough, especially in the barrel shroud area. But before I get off into these kits, I just want to check out these mags real quick. I believe these were the Soviet mags, by the way. So as you can expect, from Milsurp, you're going to have probably some surface rust on some of them. But hey, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. Here's one. You can see a little bit of the surface rust here, but it's not anything, as you can tell, that would certainly affect functionality. Looks like some of these actually had serial numbers on, which are pretty cool. Probably went with the weapon they were issued with. But I'll insert some pictures of some of these spine stamps that you have on here. I believe on one of them there's a triangle 31, there's also a triangle 12, there's a triangle 7, and looks like another triangle 12. So these 4 mags, sorry, trying to get it in camera, $19.99 a piece, so 20 bucks a mag. I mean, this is back in the day, kind of like when Stens were imported. You could get Sten mags really, really cheap. So I thought this was a great deal. It's one of the reasons I purchased extra. It's always good to have extra parts in case your springs go bad, your followers mess up, or your floor plates that you have issues with them, or mag bodies in general. Let's say you drop one and run over it. Stuff happens all the time. So anyway, we're going to set this aside real quick. in the box. And just take a look at this mag pouch real quick. Like I said, this thing looks brand new. It is so old, it may fall apart when I open it. I'm kind of scared about that. But let's see what happens. You know, very durable canvas material. But wow, yeah, this is super nice. And I want to say this was like maybe $6. I'm not sure, but you know, 3-cell mag pouch. Got the belt loops on the back side there. Quite nice. We're going to set that aside. So now, the real meat and potatoes. PPS 43 kits. Like I said, these are torch cut. I have no clue what I'm getting into. I just did see some pictures on their website, and I was like, hey, that's a good way to get some spare parts. So, as you can see, you know, your whole shroud is torch cut, but all of your other components are intact. You know, with your sight shroud, I guess you'd call that muzzle shroud, maybe. Your rivets are still in here. Those can be drilled out. This whole piece can be removed and reused. As you can see, the sight has been removed. That's going to be in that bag of parts. You know, your rear trunnion for your folding stock assembly. Looks like this piece was kind of cut into, unfortunately, but the folding stock piece itself, or stock assembly itself, has been taken out, so that's a good thing. Of course, another important aspect behind this is your trunnion and support bracket for your barrel. So as you can see, these are all still intact. Now, I'll find out in a minute whether or not that barrel pin is in here, but you can see that barrel pin has been removed. I'm really hoping the barrel pin is in here. If not, you can always, probably if you replace this, you could probably use some kind of hardened steel drill bit for that. I don't know. I don't profess to be a gunsmith, so don't take my word for it. Make sure you consult a competent gunsmith if you're going to venture on something like this of your own. Okay, so let's look at the other bag of parts. Bag of stuff. So as with any PPS 43 kit, they're always covered in oil, typically. This looks brand new. It's quite nice, actually. You know, so you have a full lower assembly here in perfect shape. That's really all I got to say about that. I mean, grips look great. They're not cracked. No excessive wear. Really almost no wear anywhere. Excellent replacement part if you need it. So, like I was stating, if you guys end up getting one of these, and let's say you want to make it 922R compliant, there's a lot of stuff you got to go through. I am by no means showing you how to do this, nor is this video to show you how to do this. I just know that you have to make modifications to things like the bolt, the entire trigger group. You've got to completely replace that, gut it, you know, and there's just a lot of stuff that's got to be done. Because any of you know, if you know anything about the PPS 43, it fires on an open bolt setup. So it's got a fixed firing pin instead of a floating firing pin. You'll notice at the end here your firing pin is protruding out. So as it slams forward and home, it fires. So that's an open bolt firing system. You guys, I know, you'll roast me in the comments if I didn't state that correctly. Hopefully I just did. That was the easiest way I could explain it in my limited knowledge. So anyway, you've got your folding buttstock assembly. Now I don't really have anything to say about it other than it's in really nice shape. It's not worn, no excessive wear there. So then we get into the small bag of parts. So this is what I was really curious about. I was curious to see, well, do they actually include the barrel pin that goes into the trunnion? Let's check it out. One of the most elusive things to find for your PPS 43 parts kits. So we have rear sight, front sight. I don't even know all these other parts. I'm just going to be gut level honest with you. However, this, unless I'm mistaken, appears to be that trunnion pin, barrel pin, whatever you want to call it. And I bet you, I don't know if that's right. Seems a little big. Oh, you tell me. You guys let me know in the comment section. I don't know if that's exactly right, but it looks like it might be because you've got a wear mark here, a wear mark here, which should correspond with here and down here. I'm not really sure. Yeah. I really don't know. But anyway, there's that parts kit. So let's move all this to the side so we don't get our parts mixed up. While I try not to make a huge mess. And let's check out the wooden stock kit. Now, as you guys full well know, there are all sorts of restrictions if you ever decide to try to build one of these from a kit. And like I stated, just a few moments ago, you have 922R compliance to deal with. So I will tell you this: don't circumvent the law, and don't take legal advice from me because I'm not offering it. But you guys can go out and research these things on your own if you would like to venture into such an endeavor. But, like I said, these parts kits were cheap. I just want to show you what you can expect. Very nice wooden stock there. There are no major cracks in this stock. Actually, I don't see any cracks in this stock. There is a little bit of a scuff mark right here, the bottom of the wrist. A little bit of rust on the butt plate. You can always take that off and rust blue it, whatever you want to do to it. The bolt carrier itself got some wear on it, got some gunk on it, but it can be cleaned up. Looks relatively nice, actually. Of course, your recoil spring setup, a little bit bent, I think. Oh, it's just sitting that way. I'm sorry, it's not bent. It's just my eyes. Let's see. This one has a little bit more wear, as you can tell on the lower. You can see the metal, or the bluing wearing down to the metal here, both on your hammer as well as on the bottom part of this lower half. However, your grips are not busted, they're not cracked, so they look good. No issues there. Go to the bag of small parts real quick. So what's different from this one as opposed to the other one? In here you will find buttstock screws, and tons of other stuff that I don't have a clue what all of it is. So you're going to have screws for the top of the tang, screw for the bottom of the tang, and whatever that is. I guess that's where this would have gone through. However, some genius decided to drill that out. You might be able to find a replacement part for that through either possibly Pioneer Arms, since they make new ones, but I don't know. Or maybe Gun Parts Corp or something. You might be able to find a replacement part for that nut. Or if you're a machinist, you might be able to make one. So anyway, rear side, of course, nothing special there, nothing different. It's just your typical parts. So let's put that back in the bag, and then as I drop everything everywhere, I want to take a look at what's in this other bag. This one looks like it's got a little bit more of the shroud with it. Or it could be just because of the type that it is. Okay, so there's our part of our front shroud, muzzle shroud. Looks exactly like the other one. It's been drilled out in the same spot. The rivets there to remove that front sight. course you drill out another rivet here, then you can probably remove this entire front section. I don't have a clue how you replace this, unless you have a source for it. Then here, of course, is your rear tang. Yep, that's what I thought. So this screw here is what would go through your rear tang here, with the nut on the other side here, which fits into here like such. So thanks to whoever demilled it, this is kind of, the nut on this side is kind of toast, but you may be able to make one. I mean, I think you could, or take, if you could find an existing one, some parts somewhere else, might be able to reuse it. But you know, kind of is what it is. Now, most important piece, the trunnion. As you can see, at least on the torch cut portions, they did not get into the trunnion, nor did they get into that shelf for the trunnion, which is very good. You can see it from the front side. It's perfectly intact. So, as I said, my goal was to get a usable trunnion and another usable bolt if I do indeed decide at some point to make a pistol from one of these. So I don't know if I'll ever do that, but you know, I'd like to have the parts, and now I do have the parts. So there you have it. You know, like I said, for $99, I mean, you get 2 kits for basically the price of 2 trunnions, or maybe a little bit more. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys what you could expect. Like I said, I thought this was a really good deal, so I jumped on it. You guys may think otherwise. You can let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But especially since Pioneer Arms started, you know, making semi-automatic versions of these, that's pretty cool. I don't know if they still do. You guys can let me know in the comments. I think they do. I think I've seen them. But you know, you might be able to get some of the parts you need, like maybe a semi-automatic trigger setup, or maybe a semi-automatic bolt setup directly from them. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. But cool thing is they kind of currently make a configuration in, you know, something of the Cold War era. So pretty cool stuff. Anyway, just wanted to share this with you guys so you could be informed of what you could expect from a kit like this of Centerfire Systems. Just be on the lookout for more great content heading your way that I will be doing. I've got tons of stuff lined up. I just work through it as I get time, and time is a hot commodity. So anyway, thanks guys for watching this. Thanks for all your comments, your likes, your subscription, your shares, you know, everything, because you guys are what grows this channel, and I just want to keep pumping out content like this so you guys can make informed decisions for yourself in terms of whether or not you want to go get something. So once again, everybody, thanks for watching, and you guys have a great day.